It was debris all over, it was smoke and people running around, and just a bit of a catastrophe.
People are falling out literally as it's coming down.
Good morning. A terrifying sight in New Orleans. We'll have an update on the building collapse that took the lives of at least 2 people. Plus,
at first, it was really hard to look at each one of their faces as a survivor. It was really hard for me.
A local middle school using art to help a 1 October survivor face the trauma of that night. The special project turning tragedy into something beautiful. And the valley is starting to warm up after some pretty chilly days. The return to the 80s in your Weather Now forecast. 8 News Now Weekend Edition starts right now.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now Weekend Edition.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on 8 News Now. I'm Orko Manna. We continue to follow developing news out of New Orleans. At least 2 people were killed when a building under construction collapsed Saturday. Several others were injured and at least 1 person remains missing. Kenneth Craig reports.
The Hard Rock Hotel, under construction in downtown New Orleans, collapsed just after 9 a.m. Saturday.
It felt like a very mini, I hate to compare it 9/11 because, you know, it was debris all over, it was smoke and people running around, and just a bit of a catastrophe.
As multiple floors caved in, debris went flying, sending construction workers and onlookers running for their lives.
People are falling out literally as it's coming down.
Fire inspectors say the collapse came without warning, and now they're concerned the rest of the building could fall.
We met with engineers, determined the stability of a section of the building where we feel it's safe enough to be able to send the folks in with some pretty sophisticated search equipment and some dogs.
Throughout the day, an unsupported crane swayed from the building, looming over the site. Drones were being flown to determine which parts of the building remained most unstable.
This remains a very fluid and very dangerous situation, and every few minutes something is falling off of this building.
Other buildings near the deadly collapse site were evacuated as a precaution. The 18-story hotel has been under construction for several months, but it wasn't immediately known what caused it to tumble. The hotel was to have 350 rooms and more than 60 condominiums. Kenneth Craig, CBS News.
And we'll continue to monitor the situation as developments continue. Meantime, back here in the valley, we want to get a quick check on the forecast with Sally Jaramillo.
Good morning. So a lot of you guys have been asking me on social media, any big winds this weekend? Yesterday we had no winds to worry about. For today, just a couple of breezes. Now, will we warm up? The answer is yes. We have great weather once again in store for you. A dry pattern across the region. No warnings or watches to worry about. UV index for today being moderate with that 4.8 count by that 1 p.m. hour. By Sunday, we're definitely showing you that this is going to be a gorgeous day. 75 degrees by noon, increasing to 82 degrees. East-southeast breezes staying 10 miles per hour. And a beautiful day to go outdoors and golf. Yes, we're expecting a high of 82 degrees for today. Now, will those 80s be sticking around for your work week? The answer coming up in your most accurate forecast. Back to you.
Thank you, Sally. In Southern California, at least 3 people are dead following a string of wildfires. At last check, they're only 19% contained. At least 100,000 people were ordered to evacuate. More than 30 homes have been destroyed, many others now deemed unlivable. Fires burning north of Los Angeles may have been sparked by an electrical power line. Another major fire is burning in Riverside, where at least 70 mobile homes were lost. The probable cause of that wildfire has been linked to a trash truck. Witnesses recorded smoke billowing from it before it pulled over and dumped burning trash near dry brush.
I pulled up to him and I said, you cannot stay here. With the wind and then the field right there, you're going to catch everything on fire.
Fire officials are imploring people to clear off leaves, needles, and other dry brush blown up by seasonal winds onto rooftops because this is only the beginning of wildfire season. Loved ones gathered this weekend to honor the mother and son who lost their lives in a tragic house fire. Eventually, we'll all be up there, and we'll all be able to say hello to him again. Two separate vigils were held for 6-year-old Gavin Palmer and his mom Renee. You just heard from Gavin's grandfather. The boy was described as sweet and smart, and he loved race cars. Renee's friends spoke about the bond she and Gavin shared. Police are still investigating the cause of the fire. Two separate GoFundMe pages were also started for Renee and Gavin's funeral expenses. If you would like to donate, there's a link on our website, 8newsnow.com. And that deadly fire was a stark reminder of what firefighters try to prevent. Yesterday wrapped up Fire Prevention Week, and Las Vegas Fire and Rescue held a special event for it. They're doubling down on their message after a string of serious fires over the past few days.
That just shows you the importance of getting that message out there of being fire safe and being aware about, matches and candles and all the hazards that are out there.
A couple safety reminders during a fire. When the smoke alarm goes off, get on the ground because smoke rises. Feel the door with the back of your hand to see if it's hot. That may indicate fire on the other side. Well, neighborhood robberies have been occurring in the Summerlin area, and police need your help to find the suspect. The robberies happened in the streets in the areas of Crestdale Lane and Horseshoe Falls Court. They are near Summerlin Hospital and are only about a half a mile from each other. 8 News Now reporter Sally Jaramillo has more on what residents are saying.
After speaking to people who live in the Summerlin area, they tell me they are shocked and want to remind our community to please be on the lookout.
I love it up here. I do. I love this area.
Melody Holloway lives in Summerlin. This is how she describes her neighborhood.
Quiet, peaceful. Never see anything going on around here. And
Holloway says she comes to the nearby park to walk every day.
Around 8 or 9 in the morning, I'll come walk, and then I'll go to work. And then I come back here in the evenings before I go home.
Recently, 2 street robberies have residents concerned. Metro Police say during both crimes, female victims were forced at gunpoint to go to a secluded area and take off their clothes.
I can't imagine that happening around here. Just doesn't seem right.
Avery Patty also lives in the area. He says the only people he's seen walking around are usually those with pets and children.
Very surprising, I guess for the area.
Police did release the surveillance video of the suspect, but it's hard to make out. And the description of the suspect is vague. A black male adult, 5 feet 9 inches, 230 pounds. Police do advise to always be aware of your surroundings, especially at night, and be careful around parked cars.
It's definitely something to be, just be cognizant of.
Police want to remind everyone to please be aware of your surroundings, especially at night. Sally Jaramillo, 8 News Now.
A local teacher continues to cope after the 1 October shooting.
I feel like it's helping me heal and move forward and understand what I've been through.
How students at her middle school are helping her be Vegas strong. That's after the break on 8 News Now.